I believe everyone's an artist from birth, so I believe we're all put here to create, whether your art is music or whether your art is skateboarding or whether your art is painting on a canvas. My name is Vivian Van Koomen. I'm 48 years old and I live in North Ringwood in the eastern suburbs of Melbourne. I guess you would call me an abstract expressive artist. I also have a bit of a street art feel, and I also do things like assemblage sculpture, skateboard art and some other weird and wonderful forms. Anything with colour, shape and texture. Billy Buttons was really from childhood memories. So the inspiration came from those yellow flowers that are called Billy Buttons that are like the little balls, because as long as I can remember, I've been fascinated with round shapes and spherical shapes and circles. And the Billy Button to me just evokes this sense of my childhood. I try to include my children in my art. I actually get a lot of inspiration from their art too, and we do create art together. But yeah, I guess like anyone, it's monitoring where your attention goes and balancing that on a day-to-day basis. I don't believe you can make mistakes when you're creating art. I believe there's definitely a balance between knowing when a painting's telling you it's finished and to stop, and sometimes I don't listen, but I also say to my children, there's no mistakes in art, you've just got to keep going. And so if there's a result that perhaps you're not happy with, there's no reason you can't keep adding to that. And sometimes I will go, okay, this painting's not working for whatever reason, and I'll sit it to the side and come back to it 2 weeks later and presto, there it is. I work very intuitively, so I usually decide that an artwork's finished by the feeling I get. There's obviously a visual element to that where, you know, you're standing back and going, whoa, but it's a feeling in my heart that just goes, yep. So I do talk to my paintings as well. I think the current cost of living crisis is definitely affecting the arts industry. The arts industry is already, in my humble opinion, underfunded and under-supported in many areas. And in saying that, there is also lots of wonderful initiatives too, but definitely the cost of living crisis isn't just affecting artists from a funding perspective and that side of thing, but it's also the other side of the coin, which a lot of artists or colleagues are telling me that they're having very sporadic art sales compared to, say, 12 months, 2 years ago. One of the biggest challenges is having to wear so many hats. You are all of a sudden not just expected to create this masterpiece or wonderful piece of art that you feel happy with, but you also have to manage the admin side of everything and work out how to self-market yourself or promote yourself in other ways. You have to learn all of this different stuff to do with art galleries and to do with, you know, commissions and how to get your work out there and how to get yourself seen, entering prizes, entering, you know, different things. It's a really massive task. So it's a little bit like motherhood, actually. You know, there's that same thing where you're a jack of all trades and you really have to do everything, but you still want to be the master when it comes to your creativity and how you're expressing yourself with your art. I would say to new artists, keep asking, because every no you get, you're closer to a yes.